Mr. Elmeskov, the OECD has forecasted for Italy a GDP development of at most 1.4% until 2060. Is it an optimistic forecast, and what are the prospects for Italy?
Well, we think it's a reasonably realistic projection. I think as regards long-term growth, one has got to be aware that the demographics are not in Italy's favor, as with a number of other European economies. And of course, being a mature economy, productivity growth is also lower than it is in many emerging economies. That said, there's certainly something Italy can do to boost its productivity growth, which even by developed OECD country standards has been particularly poor.
What are the most promising markets for our institutional investors?
Well, there's always a question of weighing risk and returns against each other. I think institutional investors want to be well diversified across countries, and that would imply both having some high risk, high growth markets in the portfolio, but also having some lower risk, lower growing markets.
Can you make a comment about the latest comment of the OECD about a possibility of a future adjustment in Italy because of the current problems, and that the equilibrium of the budget is going to be reached only by 2014, as our minister said? Can you make a comment?
Well, let me say that in the OECD projections, which we released yesterday, we do have somewhat lower economic growth assumptions for Italy than the government. For that reason, we see the headline general government deficit fluctuating around 3%, but we do see, and that's, I guess, the important thing, the underlying budget to be close to balance in both 2013 and 2014. But given the big output gap, the weak activity level, the headline deficit is one that we see remaining at around 3%.